welcome to Dad Talks with Mandalorian.
Dad talk.
Yes, sir! With the costume pa.
Usapang AirPods. Dad talks. Usapang AirPods to.
I appreciate this, pero tatanggalin ko na. Ano, magpapakilala ka na ba sa kanila? First question, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I go by many names. Sometimes I go by Nino. Other times they call me Zaddy now. My name is Carlo Pimentel. I am the owner and co-founder of CrossFit Grail in Alabang.
Na-experience ko yung CrossFit Grill, hindi pa tayo magkakilala sa Alabang for a Hyrox simulation and solid siya. With Jeff. Tapos,
Shout out to my boy Jeff.
yeah, shout out to our boy, Jeff. Tapos, na-try ko rin tong CrossFit Grill. I mean, yung Grill Performance Lab. Ibang level. Excited na ako para makita to ng public. Eto, since we're talking about the CrossFit Grill, yung gym business mo, how did you come up with it? Kumbaga, what made you start CrossFit Grill?
In another life, I moved here from the US. I grew up in Hawaii. My father got sick. As the eldest son, pinauwi ako. I didn't think I'd ever end up here in the Philippines. I was in San Francisco then. And then when my father said he had stage 4 cancer, so he lived for about a year and a half. When he passed away, I inherited his mantle as Superman. So I ran the business for about a decade. And then pre-pandemic, I decided to retire. I was getting a little burnt out. And so, I had an epiphany and, I divided my role into 5. And I have younger siblings. Thanks goodness they were ready to fight. So
Wow.
I gave it all to them, and now Kuya is just in the background. I'm in a place where I feel really blessed because at this point in my life, I'm in my bonus, Robert, and a lot of people get to. So I was able to get a certain level of success, and now it feels like I'm in high school again. What am I gonna do with my life?
You feel now like you're in high school. Alam mo ba kung ano yung nararamdaman ko sa'yo? Sobrang young blood, young energy. As in yung parang kumakawala yung dugo mo sa loob mo na ang dami mo pang gustong gawin.
So
What's up with the blue hair?
so what I've been doing is I take all my coaches. Coach Pam, we came from Jakarta.
Nakita ko.
That was crazy. So Coach Pam was definitely a lot of color hairs, blue, pink, everything.
Yeah.
So I had to choose one. Now, and my kids are really mad at me now. Sabi ng anak ko, they're on vacation in the US right now, and he was like, Daddy pag uwi ko, dapat black na yan. I enjoy my time. I love hanging out with my kids. And for the first time in my life, I enjoy my alone time. I just came back from Okinawa a few months ago, training with my senseis there. Karate was a big part of my life.
Bali, shoutout nga pala. Siya yung nag-sponsor ng damit namin ngayon. Kung makikita nyo, Hawaii vibe! Yes, sir!
So cool.
Pero, ang ganda kasi parang nung, di ba, nagpapaikot-ikot ka, Hyrox, you're doing this and that, tapos yung blue hair, parang nakakita ako sa'yo ng parang, sure tong tao na to sa sarili niya. Alam mo yung identity mo. Kaya kaya mong paglaruan, gagawin mo lahat ng gusto mo.
I'll tell you straightforward,
Oh.
And I'm type of friend kung may kulangot ka sa ilong mo.
Sasabihin ko sa'yo, bro, para sa bro, para sa at nakakalungkot man, maraming nagagalit sa ganong klase ng tao ngayon. Pag sinasabi natin yung obvious, kung ano yung dapat pag-usapan, hindi kaya ng most of the people around. Ngayon
I think it's more my generation. We're very straightforward and very assertive when it comes to certain things.
What kind of fulfillment do you get in touring almost around the world for Hyrox?
You wanna pick that up, let's show them. See that yellow thing there?
Ah, talaga?
Yeah. So I made this, by the way. I even did the paracord, So what happened was I got hurt. My ACL was already reconstructed from karate in 2004 high school, and then with this one, so my right leg was compromised, so I had to start from scratch. So my fulfillment came because my doctor and I talked about it. Doc Troy, he was like, Carl, baka ninong, baka we need to set a goal for you. So I said, okay, so we did a love fest competition together, and ang angas namin, nakasuit pa kami na parang Spartan na, And, I enjoyed it, getting back to training after a year. I would even do the CrossFit Open. Adaptive nga, naka-crutches pa ako, but I still can use my upper body.
Galing.
And to inspire my community, even if I'm hurt, just to show them that you can still do it. And then once we got back on our feet, Troy was like, Carl, ano pa gusto mo gawin? And then I was like, Troy, I heard something called Hyrox. You want to do it? And so we started doing it. And the fulfillment came because the excitement comes during the race. But for me, the fulfillment is a journey getting there. I was able to walk again, be able to run again.
And, you know, I was able to do it with friends. You get to travel to new places. You get to shop. For me naman, sabi ko sa asawa ko, wala na akong bisyo, mami, ha? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I stay out of trouble. I just want to stay home, watch Netflix. Basta sapatos lang sa akin, ha?
Eto bro, napansin ko to sa'yo eh. You have a go hard and go home mentality. Right? Nakita ko rin to sa gym mo sa taas. Ganyan ka rin ba sa bahay mo? Like, are you as strict?
It's different as a parent, you know what I'm saying?
So of course, I want them to achieve. With my wife and I, it's pretty much good cop, bad cop. I'm the good cop. Mommy says no, daddy says yes.
Softy ka sa bahay. Softy.
With my kids especially.
Softy. Ah, talaga. Nice.
Wait till I get older. Sabi ko sa asawa ko, wait till I get older. He's mine. My son is a little bit of a mama's boy. Hell, you're fine. It's good to do. We're all mama's boys.
I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah, but eventually, when he gets older, I would love to be able to train with him.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Ah, okay. And ate, how old is ate?
At his 40.
Wow, so meron ka ng teens
One
and
of each.
preteen.
Very, very, yeah, it's tough.
Paano nag-switch yung pagdidisiplina mo? Siyempre, different yan from when they were a toddler, right?
Yeah.
Nung 7 years old sila, nung nag-10. Paano nag-switch yan per stage?
I think, you know, in the beginning, it's all fun and play. And then as they get older, I realized, you know, I told my wife we have to be a little, she's a disciplinarian, I'm sorry to say. That is always the fun stuff.
Or even with homework, art and music ako.
Ah,
or
yun.
PE stuff.
Ah,
My
madali.
wife is everything else. Unless they have a really hard time. Daddy, higher math. Okay, akin na. Kung kaya ni daddy.
Ah,
Sandali.
nice.
Singaporean math na to, iba-iba na to eh.
Shout out to our wives.
Yes,
Shout out sa
yes,
wife mo,
definitely.
sa wife ko na
Definitely.
they keep things in order.
Right.
Pansinin mo.
Right.
Kasi para lang tayong mga grown-up kids eh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
But what I noticed as they grow older, especially, that's one of the reasons why I stepped down from the family business, because I want to spend time with them. And this is the age when they need you the most. I grew up with divorced parents. So I grew up with my mom's. And so 5 kids, she raised on her own. She got her master's degree. She was a nurse in the US. And so I wasn't privileged at all. My mom taught us to be fiercely independent. At the end of the day, I realized as they get older, it's more communication. What I learned in my kids' schools is called intentional parenting. You have to be able to talk to them, and you know, at some point, especially these preteens, parang I don't want to lose them. They say there's one time when they become teens, they start drifting away from you. Not just because, I mean, it is what it is, because they're starting to find their own independence, identities. Nowadays, it's all about YouTube and whatever they watch. So it's hard because they're building their mind frame about what they see on social media, and sometimes you have to explain to them. But what I like about what my wife does, and I try to do, is really talk to my kids. Eventually, you have to have them trust to make their own decisions. You cannot shelter them forever. It's nice that you have this little environment you build for them now. The world is ready for them already. And one of the best things I read before was that your kids are like arrows. They don't belong to you. Eventually, you have to shoot them to the world. But it's your role to prepare them, you know, to make sure they know how to make good decisions. And the values you instill with them from the very beginning should be there. So it's not easy. I'm not perfect either. I still get mad sometimes. It takes two to parent, so at least one of us is be able to talk.
At least nandyan kayo parehas, bro.
Yeah. So
That's the best thing.
I'm trying
Magkasama
to,
kayo.
you know, I'm not saying as the best parent, but intentional parenting, I try my best to practice. So
Anong approach yung effective sa kids mo or sa ginagawa mo? Soft or hard parenting?
I'm a little more flexible with my kids. I try to be a lot more understanding. But it's not easy at this age, syempre, and they're being run by emotions, and they're going through puberty, honestly. So, you know, they're gonna be a little crazy.
Do you get more quality time with Mrs. now na medyo malaki na yung kids? Kasi kami ngayon mag-asawa. Itong mga long drives papunta dito sa'yo, bro. Nagpapasalamat kami nun sa time na yun. Kasi
cool.
yung 1 hour na drive sa Skyway, doon kami nakakapag-holding hands, doon kami nakakapag-I miss you.
Wow.
Diba?
My wife is awesome. She's so good with the kids. What we used to do, we always tried, was once a week. So we did Thursdays, every Thursday before. But we just got so busy that even just for dinner, I just want to have dinner out with her. And it's cute because my kids will know. So I try, but lately it hasn't been as easy as every week. For a while, we bought a new doll. When she walks, I smile because there's times that even if I'm rushing to the box, let's just say, I think let's take a walk. Even if I'm busy, I realized I really have to make it a point to really walk with her. My dream is to travel with her, just her and I, because ever since the kids, we haven't been able to travel anymore together. And I know she loves traveling. And, you know, little getaways I wish we could still do. But, you know, as they get older, it's getting easier in the man.
Do you want your kids to follow your footsteps?
I told you earlier, I want my kids to be worldly. It's because I grew up in the US. My views are different. Not that I don't I don't want to say anything bad about growing up or living here. It's part of their culture. But I want them to see that it's a big world out there and you have options. And, I want you to experience different things. So you're not just blindsided saying just everything that's here. But of course, I want them to succeed, find a calling, maybe find the right person in the future. So I don't ask for much, but I'm still always been the simple Hawaii boy growing up. I don't want to say I don't have any expectations. Of course I do. I want them to go to college. For me, that's a big deal. Abby and I both got a master's degree. I'm not saying they should do it, but for me, education is still important. I experienced it where I didn't finish college, and then eventually I hit a ceiling. I couldn't get a good job because the basic even Starbucks requires you to have
Yeah.
So for me, it's important. Sometimes I don't like hearing that, I don't need to go to college. It's like, well, not for my kids. At the very least, that's my role because my father told me that my job is to give you guys a good education. I love reading. I'm a voracious reader.
Same.
It's something that I feel that education is important. I
Super.
love to learn. When you have children, it's like you times 100.
Yeah.
It's like because you have no more excuses anymore.
Wala, hindi pwede.
Before, baka I had an excuse for everything, but as soon as you have children, everything's gone.
Hindi ka pwedeng
Kasi
pusi-pusi.
bubuhayin mo yung mga anak mo.
Tsaka hindi ka pwedeng pusi dito, bro.
Yeah.
Hindi pwede dito yung may second thought ka, aatras ka. Walang paatras dito, yung abante lahat
I
eh.
have someone that I need to, bubuhayin ko ang pamilya ko. Kaya, dapat talaga.
Bubuhayin mo. And buhay yun.
Yes,
Diba?
definitely.
Buhay yun.
And that's just that. You want to thrive.
Kami ng asawa ko, meron kaming common discipline na para matapos na lahat ng usap. Yung hindi naman kailangan pagtatalo, pero pag may ina-analyze kami, like, idol ba tayo ng anak natin sa ginagawa natin? Pag kinuwento niya ba to sa iba, mapaproud ba tayo? Yun lang. Tsaka dapat, tayo yung idol ng anak natin. Hindi yung manonood siya ng YouTube, magbubukas siya ng TV, may ifa-follow siyang ganyan, at yun yung gusto niyang maging. Hindi. Dapat si Ori, our daughter, gusto maging tayo. Isa sa atin. Tsaka hindi yun puwersahan. By example yun. Yung anak ko, paano nakabilang, bro? Paano siya nakabilang ng 1, 2, 3, 4? Kasi nakikita niya ako nag-workout. So ngayon, pag nag-1, 2, 3, 4 siya, gumagano siya, umuupo muna siya. 1, 2, 3.
It's adorable.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yun sana eh. Yun dapat eh. Na ako, sana, as a dad, as a parent, kami ng asawa ko, yun yung magawa namin consistently hanggang dulo. Last question. Ang galing ah. Sarap makipagkwentuhan sa'yo, bro. I wish, napakakapit-bahay lang kita. Pwede akong pumunta sa bahay mo at
Anytime we can train upstairs.
Diba? Saya. You seem like a happy person, a happy dad. A happy individual, nakikita ko.
Sure.
Ano yung gusto mong mamana ng anak mo pag alis mo dito sa mundong to? Like, yung happiness mo ba? Or yung wealth mo?
That's a hard question because I worked hard. So in the future, I know my kids are taken care of. Before I answer that, my father always told me the reason why I worked so hard was that no one can look down upon my children. That you can look anyone in the eye. Kahit mayaman ka o hindi, kaya din kita. Don't look down on me. Even if I'm wearing t-shirts, shorts, and slippers. For me, that's something that, it's honest work. I built it with my own 2 hands. So, parehas tayo. But, of course, money, at the end of the day, sure, you can buy all these things, but at the end of the day, it's not important, really. I find as I get older, I like the simple things. It's not the wealth for me. They have to learn, and they have to come from some place na it's different when you're hungry, and you learn a lot of lessons that way. I didn't come from privileged family. I worked since I was 16. My first job was delivering newspaper.
Wow.
And then what I would do, I also wash dishes at the special events arena in Hawaii. And, I learned so much because I learned how to serve people. So it's not the wealth because I learned so much because I didn't have much also with my mom. But I learned to be independent and strong because of that. So really, if I were to do it, it would be, happiness, of course. Happiness you can't buy. If everything is been given to you, it's not gonna feel like anything because you didn't earn it. If you earned it, you know the difference. You know how to enjoy it. I work my ass hard. That's why I can do this, or I'm allowed to do that. I put in the time. You still have to stay grateful. You still have to stay humble because there's always someone bigger and stronger and faster. Like an athlete, there's always a stronger athlete. There's always a younger athlete, and the only way you can get better is playing in the game with these guys.
Solid, brother. Solid. Sobrang, such a great time learning from you.
Not at all.
Baon ko to, bro, and sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin, again, Carlo Pimentel,
Usapang AirPods to.
a good guy from BN.
Aloha, Jose.
Aloha. Bro, thank you so much.
I gotta bounce on my spaceship now. I'll see you later.
Usapang AirPods to.